Hello and welcome to take two of Christine's Coloring and Crafts. I'm Christine. The reason I'm giggling and for the take two is I tried doing a video last night. It was a very good video too, and I was doing it on my new phone, and voila, I messed it up. Anyway. Long story short, I'm redoing a video. At least the good news is even though it was a good video, it was colored pencils, and I wanted to make sure I also did a video this week of the alcohol markers, the different ones like my Five Below markers and stuff like that. So anyway, welcome to my channel. And hey, thanks for stopping by. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much for being a subscriber. I really, really appreciate it. We are only 3 away from 100 subscribers. So close, guys, so close. If you're new to my channel, please hit the subscribe button. I am doing a giveaway for the Castle Arts 120 Soft Touch Premium Colored Pencils in a case. It's a very unzippered case. We will do a special video where I'll have a random comment picker to pick who is going to be the winner. But anyway, we did a video, or I did a video, with some newer markers, ones I found at Five Below. They actually ended up in the hands of my boyfriend's mother. She had gone to the hospital, and she had to have some kidney stones removed. She's fine, but he left her there with nothing to do. So I sent his happy little butt over there with some of my markers and some of my pencils and a couple of my coloring books, and she absolutely loved them. She wants to keep them. So I had to go back to Five Below and buy another set of those markers, and at that particular Five Below, they were only $4 for the set of 18. I was like, whoa! But anyway, we are going to start off with the Ohuhu skin tone alcohol markers. I could barely read the numbers. We're going to start off with E191 Cream color, and this one, as you can see, has a bullet, and then it has a chisel. We're going to use the bullet end. I'm just can't help myself. I love the little bullet ends. I know they take a couple minutes longer, but for me, they're easier to control. And I just like the feel of them. And this is actually from Hannah Lynn. This mermaid. We're going to do a last mermaid here. And I believe this is from her Maui Mermaids. It, excuse me, was a PDF file that was given to me by my good friend Christina. And she is also a subscriber. She is just so super sweet. She has a lovely daughter who loves to color. And we talk almost daily via Discord. And just have lovely conversations and share each other's pictures and what we're working on. And she just has some lovely, lovely work. So anyway, hopefully everybody's been having a good week. I know today's Thursday, about 8 o'clock, a little after 8 Eastern Standard Time. And I have no idea when I'll get the video uploaded, because I'm going to try to start making videos ahead of time so I can keep on a Wednesday schedule, since I am one of those people that like to have a lot of technical difficulties apparently. Anyway, if you don't have the Ohuhu skin tone markers, that's okay. And even if you don't have the same picture, that's okay too. If you just want to color along, that's perfectly fine. Or if you just want to leave some comments on what you see, like some suggestions, or even, hey, you're doing a great job, or hey, you do a crap job. Try not to be too cruel though. Constructive criticism is welcome. Being mean isn't. Please don't be mean. Oh. But a lot of people may not know is I am trying to raise money to help get a ramp built for my sister. So she could come into the house. I have a GoFundMe. I'll have a link below if you wish to donate. That would be amazing. If you don't wish to donate, but you wish to share, that would be amazing. If you don't wish to do either, that's still amazing. You're here watching videos with me, so that's amazing in itself. But it's also to help me with attorney fees. I did not realize that an attorney was $1,100 just to do a simple guardianship. I mean, I didn't expect it to be like $2, but you know, a few $100 I would have expected, but $1,100 just blew me out the, blew me out the water. Oh gosh, guys, if you ever have to do a guardianship, just keep that in mind. It's not going to be cheap any way you look at it. All right, so we've got R196 Barely Beige, in which I'm just going to go ahead and go right back over this. In most of the areas, not all of them. One of these days, I'm going to get brave enough to do more. I've done it before, and I've actually loved the results. But one of these days, I'm going to get brave enough to do more of where I just do a base coat of alcohol marker. Give it a minute to dry, because it does dry fast. And then go over it with colored pencils on the rest of the way. One of these days, I'll do it more. Until then. Oh. Anyway, I am just so glad that Christina introduced me to these Hannah Lynn drawings, because these are just so cute. I really love working on them. And I love coloring them. They are actually ideal, in my mind, they're ideal for markers because the lines are so thick and black, there's no way pencils are going to, you know, cover those lines. But it looks really good with the markers. It looks, you know, not realistic, but it does look, and not cartoonish. I can't think exactly what I'm looking for. It just looks cute. That's about the most simple word I can think of, is it looks cute. Simple or complex or whatever. It's about the best word I can think of, is simple. Words are hard. There we go. And then we're going to do E190 Honey. Now lately I've been experimenting with, like, if I was using yellow tones, I would use like a color opposite the yellow on the color wheel for the shadow. If I was using pink tones, I would use a color opposite for the shadow on that one too. But today I'm just feeling kind of like, I just want to do fun, whimsical, and cute. I'm not looking for realistic. I am looking to blend the markers though. Okay. It's not looking bad. And I am by no means no marker expert. Not even close. I'm barely good with the colored pencils, much less the markers. Woo. Also, too, if you want to share your drawings, colorings, you know, your artwork, whatever you got, I'll leave my link to Instagram below. Please feel free to follow me there and share your artwork with me. I love seeing other people's artwork, especially since I know so many people out there are just so much better than me. Oh my gosh, I love seeing your artwork, be it paintings, colorings, drawings, whatever. It's just, It's inspiring. Let's put it that way. It's so inspiring. There we go. We'll put a little bit more brown in there. I kind of blended it out, didn't I? Okay. Excuse me. At least I'm not sniffling. Finally found the right medications for my allergies. They do make it excessively dry though, so I drink a lot of water. Lots of water. Anyway, on the fun news end here, let me see if I can't even this out a little bit more. On Sunday, I went to my youngest son's house, me and my older son. We went for a visit and to pick up some clothing items that they accidentally took out of the storage unit. They thought it was their bag, because we all share a storage unit. And since they took, they thought it was their bag. Words are really, really, really hard. And it turned out to be my bag. It had my clothes in it. So I went to go pick up that stuff. And for their neighborhood, they're on the next door app. I am too, for my neighborhood. But for their neighborhood, they were looking at the Nextdoor app and saw that there were these 3 budgies, aka parakeets, that were being given away. And I was like, okay. Sorry, had to take a drink of water. I was like, okay. Message them, tell them that I'm interested in taking the budgies. And so, long story short, I go get the budgies. They came from a hospice patient. The lady that had them was a hospice nurse. And she already had plenty of animals, so she really couldn't take care of the birds. You could tell she loved her animals. She had 4 beautiful kitties. I'd never seen the dogs. I just heard them. They put them outside, which is fine. Getting jumped on is kind of par for the course when you meet dogs. They all want to be friends. Anyway, or they want to bite you. Anyway, so I go ahead and I take the budgies. And they knew they were going to a good home when they helped me take the stuff out to the car. And they seen my sticker on the back that said Bird Mom. So they felt a lot better after that. Everybody's kind of apprehensive. You're getting these free animals. What are you going to do with them? Well, the picking up of the animals, the getting them, other than gas, is free. The rest is not. Because you want to make sure... Oh, wrong color. You want to make sure that you're going to have healthy birds, no matter what they are, and that, you love them and take care of them like they were $10,000 birds, just as much as you would the actual $10,000 birds. And yes, there are parrots out there that cost that much. There are parrots that cost more. There are parrots out there that cost as much as a car. And parrots are a lifetime commitment. So naturally I'm on my way to the Sugar Creek Bird Farm in Bellbrook, Ohio. I'm going to go get them a new cage. I didn't really like the one they came in. Nothing was wrong with the cage itself. It was a nice cage. I'm just not a big fan of the real tall up and down ones. I like especially for budgies and canaries and parrotlets, I like the long ones where they get some height, but they don't get too much height, and they get a lot of ground coverage, and they can play on the floor and stuff like that, and forage for their millet that way. I did get the cream out, right? Yeah. I'm sitting here talking. So anyway, I talked to the resident budgie expert, and we guessed at least the blue one, whose name is Sapphire. And the yellow one, whose name is Topaz. They got cute names. I didn't change them. I kept those cute names. But Sapphire and Topaz, I was pretty confident that Sapphire definitely was a boy. And we were kind of confident that Topaz was a boy. We weren't sure about Opal, who is the yellow, or the white budgie. And, see, I told you they're cute names. And so we figured that might be, difficult to tell. Budgies, unlike some birds, there are very few species of birds that you could tell what gender they are just by looking at them. One bird that comes straight to mind would be the eclectus parrot. The females are red and the males are green. Another bird would be the parrotlet. The females have no eye ring, and the boys have a blue eye ring. The boys also have a really strong blue backside, not butt, backside, underneath their wing feathers. It does kind of go down to their butt, their booties, but it is going to be a real dark blue hue. I had both a male and a female parrotlet. The male, his name is Loro. He actually adores my youngest son. So when my youngest son got his own house, and I'm going to sneeze here in a minute. Excuse me. Just talk about not sniffling and I had to sneeze, huh? But since he adored my youngest son and they got their own house, he went to live with them. So I went from his mommy to his grandmommy. Now I'm his grandmommy. And Laura lives a very wonderful single bird household home life. But anyway, we did notice that Opal, the white one, wasn't looking too good. A lot of tail bobbing, and if you're not familiar with that, it looks like they're rocking back and forth just very, very slightly. Like a gentle rocking back and forth, and their tails moving. But she, and that's what she is, was doing a lot of tail bobbing. And I wanted to get them checked out anyway, since they were new birds being introduced to a flock of other birds. Or they would be eventually. They're still in their own little corner of the land. But I called up Dr. Bob, which is Dr. Robert Dahlhausen in Milford, Ohio. He by far is the best avian vet I can ever think of. They also do exotic pets, snakes, lizards. I can't believe rabbits are still considered exotic, but alrighty then. And rabbits, chinchillas, guinea pigs, stuff like that. But he's definitely leader in the avian vet field. And so we made the appointment, went down Monday. Man, I was tired. Or went down Tuesday, I'm sorry. Went down Tuesday to go see the doctor. And not only is Opal a girl, all three are girls. We cannot get a boy in this flock to save our lives. I now have 8 girls. So anyway, since I have 8 girls, I'm really going to have to make sure I stay well stocked on calcium at the egg layers. Now I've had Maggie for 22 years. She's the Myers parrot, and she's never laid an egg. And sometimes I still kind of question if she is female. I should go get her tested. Maybe we have a boy in disguise. But maybe it's better not to know. A boy named Maggie. If Johnny Cash were still around, he could make a new song. Anyway. I do have a couple of egg layers already. My lovebird, Lolly Dolly. Lolly Dolly. Her real name's Dolly, but we call her Lolly Dolly. And she lays eggs. My parrotlet girl Aoki, she lays eggs. And once in a while, my Amazon Miss Alexi, she lays eggs. So I keep a supply of calcium type substances You can get calcium from eggshells. You can get calcium from cuttlebone. I also have calcium drops, and I have almonds. For the pearlet, I crush the almonds up. And because Lolly Dolly is fearful of everything new, she's not as big as into nuts and fresh fruits. She'll occasionally eat it, but since she's not that big into it and we can't count on her absolutely making sure she'll eat it, if I have to give her some almonds, I give her the crushed almonds from the pearlet. So, but anyway, all three budgie girls, they are pretty much healthy, including Opal, the one that didn't look too good. They just have some bacterial infections. And we got some medicine for it. And they're settling into their new homes nicely. Their new home. And they are just, they're adorable. We don't know their ages. We know that Sapphire for sure is over 9 months. Because Sapphire is just a normal parakeet. Excuse me. Who has already lost her baby bands on her head. The other two are what they call fancy parakeets and mutations. You know, because even though Topaz is pretty much the same color as wild budgies, she's still considered a mutation. I guess because she's smaller. I don't know. Or she's considered fancy or something like that. I don't remember the exact wording. No worries. Ooh, here's a spot I missed. We'll just do all three colors right here. And then mix in a little bit of the barely beige. There we go. All right, I'm going to finish her belly and go ahead and speed up the camera. And then I'll be right back in a few minutes. Alright, and I'm back. And as you can see, we got our skin tones all done here. And so I'm going to go ahead and do her eyes. I do not like the half eye thing. It's creepy. It's not really creepy. It's just, I don't know. Different. Not for me. And I just noticed another spot that I missed. Let me go back here and get the skin tones real quick. Okay. Here we go. I do find the eyes in here to be a little bit challenging because they're not drawn like, you know, other artists draw them. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that. There isn't. It's just different. And it's a little bit challenging. So for this one, we are going to use some of the new ones, the $5 ones I got from Five Below, $4. This set I paid $4. We're going to use 76 Sky Blue, 68 Turquoise Blue, and 69 Prussian Blue. And I'm going to hope it turns out good. Okay, where's Prussian at? And these are the same way, bullet nib on one side, and then the chisel on the other. Okay. And these I like to try to blend. Now I've used these before and their blending's a little something to be desired. In other words, I think what it is they stay wet a little longer. Or they do that, what I call the hoo-hoo effect, where they just bleed out everywhere. They don't appear to be doing it now, which is great. But otherwise, they blend pretty good. They go right into each other. I mean, of course, they're not Copics. Nobody that I use is Copic. There we go. And I might bring in a pencil to kind of outline that later. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I think I've done it before, and that's why I'm thinking about doing it now. And I don't think that we have any true trios of colors we can use in a little set of 18 markers. But this really isn't that bad. Let's bring this down a little bit more here. There we go. I didn't need that sky blue to be all up in there. I'm not all up in my business. Not like that. There we go. Now some of the Amazon paper, it got kind of juicy on, and it tore it a little bit on a coloring of mine. But I was doing exactly what you guys just saw, where I was doing layer, 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 so... Okay, and then my white jelly roll. Put a couple little dots in here. And then a little trio of dots in the other eyeball. And ta-da! Okay, so we have another set with those in here, and my Ohuhu pastels. So you guys can see that they mix together nicely. And we're going to go ahead and do some flowers. And so these are the Ohuhu pastels. Y120 Buttercup Yellow. Now this is different in that it has the brush and the chisel rather than the bullet and the chisel. And this will be the Cali art. We're actually doing a trio here, which is a bullet and chisel. And this one is Y701. They don't have color names on them, they just have numbers. And then that was another thing I found just so fascinating about the Five Below markers. They had both. And then of course we have 44 Marigold from the Five Below markers. Okay. Let's get in here. And when flowers are this side, I like to do 2 at a time. And I'm also not like, I don't know what you call it. I'm not lazy, but I'm not like super like, oh, we've got to have this blend perfectly mode. Okay, so the marigold's not dark enough. That's okay. I'll come back with another color later. In fact, though, let me see marigold in this one. I don't mind the flowers being a little different in color. Maybe they needed to dry longer. I don't know. Or maybe those two are just really similar in color. Let's see. Yeah, they're really, really close. That's okay. And we all know no two flowers are alike, so it'll be fun to kind of experiment a little bit here. Let's do it, ooh, this way. And I'm going to go ahead and do two flowers since they're close together. And of course, I hope everybody understands that, you know, pastels are way more muted, so these won't be very bright colors, but like this marigold will be pretty bright. And it does look pretty good. I mean, we'll still stagger them a little bit because I want to make sure that my flowers do look different. Sorry, I got an eyeball itchy. So we're going to go ahead and do these flowers. I'm going to, and these flowers on here, and I'll go ahead and speed up the video so we can get on to our next thing, and I'll be back. Alright, and I'm back, and as y'all noticed, excuse me, I missed more skin. I'm a little weirdo. But okay, let's do a sandbank here real quick. Speaking of sand, there we go. And so I'm going to use two of the Hoo Hoo Pastels, E191 Eggshell White and E220 Sand. And then we're going to come in with a Cali Art behind them, the Y623. Do 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 do. And then we'll put my mono eraser back down because these are rollers. Rolling, rolling, rolling. Keep the doggies rolling. All right. And I want the eggshell white first. Okay, there you go, ding dong. Don't worry. I'll fix that. And something I like about the brush markers, I try to be gentle with them because I'm always afraid I'm going to break them. But they do have more coverage than the bullet nibs. And almost as much control for me. You know, being a beginner with the markers and stuff. It's just different. And I see in this area we're really going to have to pay attention where her hair is going. I'm going to go ahead and go in here. And I think that's really the only spot I think I'm going to go into. Okay. And of course we're going to want to do that and that. Make a little darker area in here. Let's see here. Really wet it down a little bit. So I can spread it out. There we go. I want to kind of make it look a little bit patchy. Like some patches are darker than the others. Like, I really wasn't intending for that spot to be darker than the others, but it's going to be now. So, ta-da! Hey, we make no mistakes in this group here. I'm going to go ahead and do that. There we go. This channel, we make no mistakes. Just happy little accidents. Just like Bob Ross would want. It's happy little accidents. Man, guys, I don't know about you, but I miss him. I like getting out the old videos every once in a while and just watching him painting. I am absolutely not any good at painting whatsoever, but I love watching his show. Miss it. And did y'all know he has actual, or at least his franchise does, has coloring books out. Which I thought that was kind of cool. I might have to look into getting one here. It'll be a while. I already was a bad girl, which I will show in another video. Kind of a bad girl. I didn't buy a lot, but I did buy a couple things. I mean, aside from another set of Five Below markers, I had to replace some pencils, you know. Mama can't go around running with only 9,999 pencils. I have to have 10,999 pencils. Just kidding, not that many. This up here real quick. I think I'm going to use the darker color right there. And then if y'all haven't learned the secret, it's basically one on the table, one in the mouth, and one on the paper. That's how I've learned to blend. I don't know about anybody else. That's how Mama's learned how to blend. I don't need, that's the dark one. There we go. Okay. How to kind of blend. I don't know about you guys and how you all color, if you use markers or not, but I see some of these marker pros and I'm just like, wow, I'm going to try that. And then it looks nothing like what they just did. I'm like, well, just going to have to play the waiting game. Wait and get better. Just keep going at it till I get better. I mean, it's already gotten a little bit better. I can get some type of blending done. So, okay, I'm going to go ahead and end this video right here. I do have all the colors behind me to do the entire picture. But I just did not want to have everybody stuck in one video, one long video. So I'm going to go ahead and end the video here and go downstairs and get me some more water and whatnot. And take a little break, and then I'm going to start another video shortly after. So thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you did like this color and chat, especially with some of the newer markers I have. They are all alcohol-based markers. I did not really care for water-based markers, but that's okay. Everybody's got their own preferences. I had definitely one friend who loves, you know, water-based markers, and I'll tell you more about that in the next video. But please like this video. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already subscribed. Welcome to the plethora of new subscribers. I didn't get everybody's names, but thank you so much for joining the channel and subscribing to it. And I hope you have a wonderful, colorific rest of your day, and we'll see you again soon. Bye-bye.